Yes, people, welcome to Never a Foul. Get some personality about you and like the video. I've got some echo in the background. It's probably Josh, but let me reduce that. There you go, man. But make sure you subscribe. At least consider it, because there's going to be some absolute gas from the guy smiling right there in the bottom left corner. And I know what he's going to say already, man. We ain't even had a conversation about it on WhatsApp. But as you know, it's not down. I don't know how to call it. Good win, Josh. Good win, Josh. That's what I've got to say in it. Chelsea scouts deserve credit, not Aston Villa. Chelsea, yeah. And remember, Aston Villa were open to selling him. So there you go, man. But here we are. Look at that smile, man. It's like a nervous pervert.
Listen. It's very interesting how quiet people were last night. Very, very quiet on that Never a Foul WhatsApp group. Very quiet in the community. I had a few people come into my watch along yesterday saying, "Oh my God, you were right. Oh my God, wow." And listen, yeah, I'll give Don a little bit of that. He did credit my man Duran. But listen, when I came on here and said that Ipswich game, the only way my Aston Villa respond is by coming back and beating Bayern Munich and beating Man United. You lot just laughed at me. And it was so disrespectful. And do you know what? People like Gunnar Lee and Chess, I'm coming for them this season. Because those man just belittle us. Did you see the way they were like, well, we've done rinsing you. Can we just wrap up this stream now? And they had people like Gunnar Lee sat there calling McGinn, Josh McGinn, Diego Carlos, that guy from Sevilla. And
that was kind of funny. That was kind of funny.
I'm getting but Monts, it's just getting boring now that these people think they're above Aston Villa. They actually think that we are irrelevant. And it's really, really, really starting to grind me down a bit that people aren't putting and I know I get mocked this, the respect on Aston Villa's name. Do you man know the last time Bayern Munich lost a Champions League group stage game?
It was like, is it 39 something, 40 something games ago, isn't it?
41, 42 games in a group stage they've never lost, right? I know people go, oh, it's a new format, Champions League's changed. It's still a group stage game. It's still the same impetus. It's still the fact that they've got to travel and come play a knockout game of football.
Do you know when the last time they lost the knockout game was, Josh? Do you know when the last time they lost the knockout game was?
The only stat I saw prior was the last time I lost to an English team was like City, but no, knockout game. Go on.
No, come on, guys. Bit of trivia there. Last time we lost the knockout game, 18-19, Sadio Mane, chips Neuer, just like how Duran chipped Neuer.
Wow. That guy, he needs
shameless.
It's not shameless. We beat them at the alley in the Champions League.
Always just got to bring yourself into the convo.
Yeah, no, just a little link up. You know what I'm saying? Just a little link up. Sorry, Josh, carry on. Because you didn't. Just because
making it about yourself, bro. Isn't that what you're saluting me for?
Hey, man, listen. I tried to get in with the fun. Sorry, man. Just because you couldn't beat them, or can't beat them, or never beat them.
It's not fair. It's not fair for them. Villa also undefeated against Bayern Munich, 2 games, 2 wins, beat them both 1-0. And just to let everyone know, the previous time when we beat Bayern Munich was in a European Cup final in Rotterdam, 1-0, where we lifted that trophy that we win this season. So that's who we beat in the final, 1992, Bayern Munich in Rotterdam, 1-0. And we go and beat them in our 41-year gap return. Back at Villa Park last night, we go beat them 1-0 again. It's pretty special last night. And look, people are gonna bore us off. People are gonna say, you know what? Oh, Villa, you're just a moment's team. You're just there. Yesterday was the real Villa. Now, people have said this, and I've agreed on this. Villa have won games this season and haven't played well. We've actually picked up points and we haven't played well. And I've said, but isn't that a sign of a good team? Isn't that a sign of a good team if you can still grind out some results?
I did say it, Josh. I did say it. I agree. You know, that's how you see the truth of a team. Can they win when they're not playing well? So yeah, I give you that, man.
You would say that though, wouldn't you?
I was just thinking the same thing, you know.
But we've grinded out results. We've got to that stage where, you know, people talk about it, right? And I've been looking at this and I was thinking about this. When I was getting someone, I can't even remember who was on the show where I nearly lost my head, he'd tell me, you're relying on people coming off the bench, saving your ass. John Duran this, John Duran that. Has anyone actually looked at it the other way and said that Unai Emery literally knows this squad to a T? Unai Emery knows how to make impactful substitutions. Unai Emery knows how to manage the balance. Because last night, Ollie Watkins absolutely finessed Upamecano. How he stayed on the pitch, by the way, and didn't have a red card is absolute joke. For those 2 last-man tackles, he gets booked for one of them. But there was one previously, Cass, I can see you squinting. There's one previously where Watkins gets played through, right? And the clip's all over X, right? And he gets taken down and no foul given, not even a card, no foul given. You slow it down, it's the exact same tackle he made where he got a yellow. But Watkins had that Bayern Munich defence on strings. He was pulling them out left, right, and centre. Ramsey was running them behind. Rodgers running them behind. And I love that Watkins can now, it's this combination of Watkins can run down back of that defence. You know you've got a Bagsman and John Duran's come on for 30 minutes and do the exact same thing. And they've not be a better finisher than what Ollie Watkins is. Unai Emery nailed the subs yesterday as well. Leon Bailey played 30 minutes and got dragged. Leon Bailey, he was carrying a knock, but it was so clear that guy was not.
Hey, Josh, act like you've been there before, my bro. Act like you've been there before. Do you know what I mean? Like, you got a hard on, but let's not act like Villa were anything special yesterday because you weren't. Neither were they.
What you want about?
Huh?
What you want about? We weren't anything. What you want about? We weren't anything special.
You weren't anything special, bro.
Come on, Josh, we're not going to.
We got eyes, bro. I do this for other teams. Like I said, good win, but you kept like the first half, bro. These man kept trying to ping the ball long like it was Man United, like hoping that someone would get on the end of it and giving the ball back to them. Let's be real. You dug in.
Even when we play well, we don't want to acknowledge it. We played well yesterday. That was our combination. Listen, trust me, that was a combination of when we beat Arsenal, Man City in the same week last season. It was elements of that, the quality, the clinical nature, the intensity that we had, but also the combination of that heart, fight, desire that's been probably missing a teeny bit in terms of the intensity that we brought. And I go back to the squad depth. We started Jaden Philogene yesterday.
Wrong choice.
He had a good game.
Wrong?
No, he had a good game.
He was class.
You know what it's like you know it's like Duran, yeah. I like Philogene, but he for me reminds me more of an impact player at the moment. Like I think the idea was get up the pitch, hold the ball because you're quite tricky and you're good in it. Like that, maybe you didn't even have really much of a choice to play him. To be fair, but I thought he would be more of an impact. With I thought he should be the player that comes on with Duran because when they're chasing the game, Philogene was doing a lot of doggy work. Like, do you know what I mean? Not really his game, but dog work. Yeah. He's known to do that in Championship. Don't get me wrong, but the guy that's going to get you up and do you something, I think it was all right for me. I don't look at any player bar the defenders. Digne was for me. Digne was the one that was my. If I looked at that game, I thought, Digne, him and Konza were class. Like, for me, they were class.
Yeah. Best game I've seen Pau Torres have defensively as well. We talk about Pau Torres on the ball and the way he can split passes, break lines, very key to Aston Villa's attack. And he got the assist for Duran's goal as well, by the way. That ball where he split two of their lines in behind for Duran. Yesterday was the first time that I saw Pau Torres be that rock solid defender, body on the line, blocks. None of this Spanish dangling your foot in, hoping to make a tackle. Is proper back to your wall, brick defending from him. But I do want to emphasise people trying to banter Villa's squad depth. Once again, our substitute.
I'm not gonna lie, Barkley. That's a good guy to bring on in it. Can we admit Onana's a scrub though?
Yeah. Okay, Onana. Yeah, but this is the thing, Cass. I'm calling for Barkley to start over Onana right now. Thank you. I'm actually getting to that stage where Ross Barkley, for me, right, Playing at that season at Luton has done that guy's career an unbelievable momentum. He's had a full season under his belt with hardly any injuries. The guy is ticking. Yesterday, he comes on again. We forget that he's got Champions League experience. We forget that he's got Premier League experience of winning titles. Great player to have in the dressing room. Great player now on the ball. I'm talking about the facts again. Let's go through our subs who came on. Bailey came on, then got hooked himself. Great sub to have off the bench, Leon Bailey. We've had John Duran coming on, doing his thing, scoring goals. At the moment, you cannot question the quality to bring on a striker like that. No one else has that ability. Ian Maatsen, Borussia Dortmund, Champions League finalist. Chelsea boy who couldn't get in their squad somehow, but Champions League finalist, played for Dortmund. What a sub that is to have, by the way. What a sub that is to have. And then Ross Barkley. Like, we have to stop pretending that Villa's squad depth isn't the same. Yeah, it's up there now. It's absolutely up there.
Have you seen your run? Have you seen your run? By the way, you've got a nice little run coming out until you got Liverpool away. Until you got Liverpool away, at least.
That's why that Ipswich game really pissed me off. And like people in the chat are saying, "Where was my chest with Ipswich?" I showed up. I just didn't get. I just wasn't allowed to speak because I got so disrespected by ignorant fans, right? Yeah, so I couldn't come with chest. Why
you got a straight face one? You're a culprit.
Or what?
No, I think Monts wasn't too bad, you know. Monts, Deji and Monts are
and Lee.
They were actually. The Deji and Monts were trying to lead the way to let me have a say and showed interest. But the other two guys, I'm telling you, they're marked for the season. I'm telling you.
They're marked for the season.
And to be fair, you know, we don't throw hissy fits around here when it doesn't go our way. But look, with Ipswich, right, and that's why I was fuming about it, because we've got an incredible run where we genuinely can put ourselves after 10 games right up there. But not only that now, look at our Champions League fixtures, by the way. Look at some of the opponents we've got in the Champions League. We've got Bologna at home. That's another. We've got Celtic at home. Two teams we should be away. Club Brugge will be an interesting one for me. I can't really... I don't know how to judge.
You've got Juve at home as well.
Exactly that. Juve at home, Celtic at home, and Bologna at home. And then we've got like Leipzig and Club Brugge away. I'm not joking now, and I promise you, I said this, Cass, I said this a pre-season on Never a Foul. I said Aston Villa will get to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Once again, I got laughed at. Tell me, I want to know why people aren't seeing the Unai Emery factor in Europe, of how well his prolific record in Europe, how I saw Villa were building this squad.
Europa League. Yeah. You have to be specific, bro.
Come on, man. How to handle it. I'm going to be careful what I say about the Europa League, Conference League, and Champions League. But have you seen the standard of the Champions League this year? Have you seen some of the teams in the Champions League this year, and how hard it is to go to the Europa League and Conference League and play some of the teams? And again, just some of these fans will see this, but I think the Champions League this year, until we get to the proper knockout stages. When Celtic getting slapped up 7-1 by Borussia Dortmund, it's a joke. It's an absolute joke. It's an embarrassment to the competition.
It's about time to shit.
But that happens all the time to Celtic. Like, Celtic always get smoked in the Champions League. I don't know why they allow them to come back in, to be honest.
I agree.
Like, they always get smoked. Even when Rangers was in the Champions, always get smoked. Like, these, you know what? Let me not slew the Scottish teams in it. Go on, carry on with your prop, bro. Carry on with your prop.
But even Bayern Munich, they beat whoever they beat, like Dynamo Zagreb 9-2 or something in the Yeah, like, and I'm looking at some of these opponents. I'm thinking, why don't you see those scorelines in the Europa League or Conference League? Like, just real talk aside of that, why don't you see those sort of things in there? So for me, I think Unai Emery will manage the Champions League.
Are you calling that Chelsea?
Not yet, but I will be. Probably in a week or two.
He's giving you a challenge. Man said you're playing ladies and gents. You're playing ladies and gents later, and if you don't win 6-7-0, it's like, what's going on? It's your level.
You're saying just there's levels to this thing. There's levels to it.
Yeah. It's there is levels, but I also say it's a bit of a minefield. It's a bit of a minefield playing in those competitions. Whereas I actually think the Champions League is a bit more straightforward. I think it's a little bit more straightforward in terms of knowing who you're playing the scouting that you can do on the opposition. Everyone freaking knew how Bayern Munich were going to play yesterday, but I had no idea how Slavia Prague are going to play. Like, that's the sort of conversations that you got to have. But it's right, Emery with Villarreal. People forget his stint with Villarreal in the Champions League. This guy knows what he's doing. So when I say that Villa are going to finish top 4 and get to a quarterfinals of the Champions League, I'm still coming with that same energy. What I had in pre-season and what I'm seeing right now.
What's your objectives?
I think we're going.
This is great, yeah, but what's your objectives? Like for real, what is your objectives? Because this is mad smoke talk. I even heard Aston Villa dark horse yesterday for the league and all that kind of stuff. Like, and yeah. Why are you smiling? So, anyways, you know. So you wanted to be up there in the title race only on the weekend. Why are people not talking about us? I've got evidence.
So I know you have.
So say it with chest.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Let's get locked in.
All right. If you want proper chess, I think coming with chess and saying Villa to finish top 4 and Champions League, a lot of people will go, "Cool, that's not happening." No one sat here going, "That's going to happen." No one's actually going, "You know what, Josh? I believe you. I think that can happen." Hence why it's there. When it comes to that title race thing, I'm saying early doors was Cass. I think putting context to it is, I'm not saying we're in a title race, but what I'm saying is, and Hooked has got this locked in, so I'm glad he's got this, so we're not getting like out of context. What I'm saying is that once again, when Villa had a chance to go joint top with Liverpool, we fucked it up by not beating Ipswich. We didn't get mentioned once. I was listening to the build-up from Sky the day before. I was listening to build. Not once did they pinch themselves and go, "Oh shit, Villa could go joint top." And this is where the narrative for me is: why do people still not want to see us breaking in? Why do people not actually see? They'll still talk about Man United and give Man United more airtime. They'll give mid-table Spurs United more airtime.
Because you know what it is? It might remind them of like Leicester City, innit? You know, when Leicester are in and around the 5th, 6th, nearly getting the Champions League spots and all of that stuff. It could be just one of those.
Do you think that, though? Like, you're all intelligent blokes here. You all know football, right?
Leicester have a cold squad.
You clearly can see that Villa is not a Leicester 2.0, right?
I don't think a Leicester 2.0 could really happen in the Premier League.
I'd go more Newcastle, because Newcastle beat PSG in the Champions League and was looking very good early doors before Tonali.
Was it 4-0? 4-0? 4-0.
No, they beat PSG. I know. Yeah, they beat.
It was 4-0 at Newcastle. Yeah.
But the thing is, right?
Newcastle beat PSG, like a decent PSG.
With Mbappe and Neymar and that.
Yeah, Neymar wasn't there, but Mbappe, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
he was in the squad though, no? Is he not playing?
No, I don't think Neymar was.
He might not play that game, but I'm pretty sure he was a part of
Neymar
PSG.
Neymar was in
Saudi.
Or Saudi. I think he was either injured or Saudi. But even so,
how are they doing
like,
this
Villa side, the difference between I think this Villa side is that the manager is more seasoned in Europe, innit? Manager's more seasoned in Europe, and I look at Eddie Howe and go, yeah, this is the best it's gonna get. I look at Villa and go, it could get better for you guys simply because you have the experience upstairs and the heritage. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys keep your players fit, and again, remember, Unai is very much, even though he's very seasoned, he's also like very capable of fucking things up by big brain in the thing. We've seen him do it a few times. Do you know what I'm saying? So if we're talking Europe, you guys have a lot of favorable fixtures, but Champions League is Champions League, and with some of the results we saw yesterday, yeah, you just never know, man. You just never know. Some of these pricks yesterday, yeah, you never know, man. You never know.
But I agree on that, and I think that people keep saying to me, Villa going back in the shadows, Villa, you're going to go back to where you belong, blah blah blah. I think these people have only ever watched maybe the last 10 years of the Premier League then. Because I think that's how I feel. That's how I feel when people talk about Aston Villa in that sense. It's the same people who forget where Man City were 15, 20 years ago. You know, it's those same conversations. So let's just remember to put, the fact that Villa won a European Cup. Villa are And as Monts said, that word football heritage is exactly what I'm talking about. So
because you only just because you know what it is, Josh. You only just got up here and you don't know how to act. This is what happened with Specs, and that's what we need to see as humans. You just need to see it for at least a 2-3 year basis of consistently doing it. We know United are like a yo-yo. We know Chelsea can just come back up there with the money they spend. You have to fight PSR more time. Do you know what I mean? Like you won't be able to hold on to your biggest stars. That's the realness of it. Douglas Luiz couldn't keep hold of him. Next season, you know, Duran, let's be real, probably gone. Like as much as you want to consider it. It depends. Yeah, it depends who they want to replace it with. But their stars
but they
still
just
get
beat
taken.
Bayern Munich. It's a bit mad to say that their best players are going to be gone in a year when they've just beaten Bayern.
But he said he wants to talk about the bracket. He wants to talk about the bracket. Yeah, this is the bracket, and that's the talk. You're like these top teams don't even Tottenham sell their biggest stars unless it's literally ran right down to the ground, Harry Kane, and still get 100 million. Do you know what I mean? And they shouldn't even be in this conversation, anyways. I'll be honest.
Do you know, talking about Duran, how much do we think he's actually going to be worth? Because I don't know about you lot, but if I can't lie, man, if a 55 million bid came in from a big club, I think he forces a move. You know, I think he's the type of player to force a move and handle a transfer request.
I don't think he does. I personally don't think that
realistically, how can you play like this every single week? Yeah, near enough. What? It was only like last game he didn't come on and score, right? Like I swear, he scored every single game, and you cannot be this good and sit there and think, oh, I ain't even getting starts. I ain't even getting proper minutes. I'm coming off the bench. Like he's been better than Ollie Watkins this season, and I mean,
do you know, BD? I honestly think his age plays a factor in this, and Emery's probably going to him like, look, obviously, you know, you're not starting, but you're doing your thing off the bench, and bro, if you keep on doing this, there'll be a spot for you in it. Like I think the only time where I don't think he will be the kind of person to force a move in it, because like I don't think he even tried to force a move in the summer, right? So I just think he's probably seeing it as, look, I'm getting chances at Villa.
Mm-hmm.
I'm playing at a good level because let's be real, they're top 4 at the they're going to be fighting for top 4. That's where they're going to be this season, in and around fighting for top 4.
Yeah,
and they're probably go on a decent Champions League run in it. So I think John Duran will probably acknowledge this is
it's best for his career. I reckon he's 20 years old. Exactly. I think he should also stay at Villa for another season, regardless of what happens, 100%. And then try to cement. If you can't take Watkins' position, then what does it say about yourself? You're not as good. You're not as good. You're not as good as you think. Then clearly,
what if Watkins leaves?
He's never going to.
Why we not? What if Watkins is the man who leaves and Duran goes to number 1?
I don't see Watkins leaving. Who would he go to?
You know, he's got too far. His contract runs out in 4 years. Well, technically by next summer it'll be 3 years. It could be possible. It's just. Maybe Emery needs to find a way for both of them to play together, but I don't see it. I don't think they work together personally. Unless Watkins was somehow to move, unless you move to a weird 4-3-3 and Watkins was used like how Gerrard used them all of a sudden on the left wing. It would just, for me, it don't work. It's one or the other. It's one or the other.
Want it, yeah. And do you know what though? Like, yeah, and I think you're right. And one of the, like, I think football, you know, we all know it works in weird and strange ways. That no doubt about it. Like Duran could go and start 5 games in a row and not score a goal. Right? That's the reality of it. And what is working? Well,
yeah, I was going to say that.
I was thinking about that last night, even when, like, after him scoring the winner, just to think how nuts that he was sat on an Instagram live doing that this summer.
Imagine Bakary all that behind him with a decent manager that knows what he's doing, blood, against West Ham. That squad, that 11, flipping hell, Kudu's in that. Jesus.
Yeah, and do you know what? It's really fascinating. I think that it is working, and it's almost like don't change something that isn't broken. Right now, whatever Unai's doing with the way he's balancing Watkins and Duran is working for the team. It might not be working for Duran personally, but then again, Duran's getting spoken about more in his life, like being an impact sub. So there's some credit to it. And look, Unai said this, and I do sort of believe him. He actually thinks John Duran in the next 12 months could become one of the best number 9s, he said, in the world, which is a big statement in the sense of the world. But I know what Unai's trying to say is that this guy has a massive ceiling.
So all the number 9s are coming out again, though, when you're deep in, like the Sescos and Vlahovic looking cold. And you see Kvalic, you see that goal yesterday. Oh my, both of them. Oh my God. But yeah, go on.
But yeah, I just think that It's weird now. This is why I've got so much chest about Aston Villa, because I trust Unai Emery implicitly. Like, you know, when you're in safe hands as a football club, you know that this man is going to do whatever it takes to get you to the levels you need to be, that you know he's backed fully. Whatever Unai Emery decides as a fan base, we just back. Selling Douglas Luiz, no one really blinked at it. Everyone's just like, okay, it's what we have to do. Let's trust we have a replacement. If John Duran goes, it will be, damn, okay. As you said, 50, 60. We'll take
more
that
than
money.
that.
What are we going to
More
do?
than that. He's more than
Do you
that. If
reckon?
he was worth 40 million in a summer, and that was going to be the acceptance, now he's worth double. Especially if he continues what he's doing to the end of the season, no?
The thing is, no one's going to pay that. There's not a single club in the world that's going to pay, I think, over 60 for him. Not a chance. I mean, realistically, he is still coming off the... Yes, he's scoring goals, but he's still coming off the bench. So we, like you said, like Josh said, he can go on a 5-game run and not score a single goal. So it's like, can you really trust him to be your main man if that's how he's playing? We just know he can come off the bench and score.
This is if whoever's paying for him, you're not paying 60 to 80 million for what you're seeing off the bench. You're paying that money for the future. This man is 80 million now. The fact is, when you're priced at 40 million and then you stay at your club and then you're just banging goals, and statistically you got the lowest goals to games. This is just how football works. One good season and Nunes is going for 8. One really good season, when I say, and Nunes is going for what price? Look at Ramos to PSG. One good season and his price is going through the roof. Why doesn't that apply to Duran? Of course it applies to Duran. He's an 80 million player right now because of what people are going to pay for the future, what they're getting, and his age, and the fact that if you look at the nines, it's very difficult to get a proper quality 9 in. So clubs are more going to look at potential and go, cool, where can we go with this?
It's 20 years old. Yeah, it's an investment for the
20
future.
20 years old for.
That's why it is. And you got to think Prem tax on top of that. He's got 3 years left in his deal by the summer.
Yeah, 80 M's, bro. He's 80 M's, G. His price is double price of the brick, bro.
I don't think so, man.
How much did that Fulcro cost West Ham? How much did West Ham actually chirp out on that German striker?
Oh, Fulcro, was it like 20
million? He was at 20 million. Yeah, Fulcro was at 20 million.
He's old as well, man. Well, old in terms of, you know.
He's not 32 now.
That's where I want to come back to it. Is like, was it, and that's the story, I don't know. Was it Aston Villa who managed to derail that, or was it just purely West Ham wouldn't pay the money for what Duran wanted? Like that, the cutthroat of that deal with John Duran and West Ham is the one I want to know. Because
everyone stop. Why are you not begging it now? Why are you not begging Duran now? Huh?
Oh, here we go.
Because he's got a bit of a name. Now you want to rate him? Huh? You want to laugh at White Scout people? Huh? You don't want to laugh at White Scout? Oh, Donan is scouting. He doesn't know anything. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Now look.
1 in 5.
This brother's worth nearly 100 million. If you try and go to Aston Villa with 60 million, they're telling you to piss off, bruv. Yeah? Minimum 70 million for John Duran. Minimum. Yeah? He's young. So, he's strong. There's barely anyone that can strike a ball like him. The only ball strikers that can hit the ball like him is Gokeres and what's his name? Haaland. You've also got Sesko. Yeah? Duran's another one. That left foot. How to do that.
Blahovic is very good as well.
Blahovic. He's not up there when you talk about prices, bro. You can get Vlahovic for a good price. Yeah? This is what I keep telling people, bro. Me, I'm old school. I like proper scouting. I don't give a fuck about the big names, bro. I look at the profile and what they can do for my team. And when
if you get 5 wrong on one, so if you get 5 wrong and 1 right, Don, does that mean you get to shout and scream to everyone?
5 wrong. What 5 wrong have I got? What 5 wrong?
No, I'm just saying. I'm saying if you get 5 wrong and 1 right, do you get to scream and shout at everyone, or if you get 4 right and 1 wrong?
No. I'm asking you. Which 5 have I got?
Because I'm saying you've made a lot of shouts, and obviously for me, you know,
what shouts?
For me, you know,
say the name. I want to hear the names because now it's moved on from.
I said metaphorically because I don't remember every single. I don't remember every single name you've given me personally, innit?
Let me refresh your memory. Andre Santos, I told these lot from early. I told these lot from Andre about Andre Santos from early. He's killing it right now, and he needs to be in the Chelsea squad next season. Yeah,
He
I
won't
told
be.
he's not
He
about
won't.
fucking Duran. He's a good player, right? Omorodian, I don't like Omorodian, and even him, he's bagging right now. Yeah, so he's actually mudding me, and he's playing United later. Samu is up against United. Yeah, Cass, this guy up against Martinez.
I put the nail in the coffin for me, man. I don't mind.
It's gonna be a funny watch, right? Who else is there? Vega. I was telling these lot about Vega. I didn't even know about the guy. I watched his games back. Now everyone can see how good he is, right?
So that doesn't count then. So go on.
Wharton. We were scouted at Wharton as well.
Or
before he moved to Palace.
What do you mean Vega doesn't
Everyone knew about Wharton, so we'll move on.
Everyone,
No, when he was at Blackburn.
Blackburn,
We were looking at him when he was at Blackburn. And it was
No. We're not talking about Chelsea scouting. Don, you know what I'm talking about. Carry on.
So what are you talking about then? I'm talking about our scouting. I said we've got good scouts. That's what I've been saying.
I'm not talking about Chelsea. I was talking about you and the Y scout thing. When you're talking about these young G's that you love to name off.
But name the names. You can't say something and then not say the names, bro.
So how about this? Some of the names are so unknown. I don't even remember. There was that one keeper you told me about.
Washington. Was that Washington?
Who's the keeper you told me about? You told me about one keeper.
I told you about
the keeper, Las Palmas keeper.
Is it Las Palmas keeper? Was it him?
I told you about Valles and Marseille tried signing, bro. Deserby tried signing.
So because Marseille tried to sign him, he's a bad man now. Tried to
No, what I'm saying is you
realize Barcelona tried to sign Richarlison, right? For 80 million.
No, if you just say you're not familiar with Valles, that's what you got to say. Just say you're not familiar with Valles, right? Because ask me who watches the league.
You're proving my point.
You're
proving my point.
No, but
Use
Marseille
for a validation point when we've literally seen Barcelona try to sign Richarlison for 80 million. So what does that mean?
Always a goalkeeper.
Validation. I don't need your validation. I've been saying.
Not my validation. I said validation from a point from Marseille as validation. That Marseille wanted to sign him. That's no reason.
My point is, De Zerbi is a possession style manager who tried to sign him to play possession style football. Is my point. That's why I wanted Valles, because of his ball playing ability and he's very good at shot stopping, right? And like I said, he got player of the season last year, bro. Yeah, I keep telling people I don't give a fuck, bro. Yes, big names are nice. Olise, all these guys are nice, but I like proper scouting, bro. I like seeing a man I've never heard of. I do my research. I'm like, yo, this guy looks good. That's what I like, bro. Yeah, finding man before they're now 70 million. Because if we bought Duran in that January, yeah, we would have paid peanuts for the brother. Now everyone knows him. He's worth a lot of money, bro.
Your stock went up. Yeah.
Did you get it?
Dom, what did I say about him? I said he's one of the most natural finishers I know. I just said that his hold-up play is what I was always worried about when Chelsea and West Ham were linking about him, and his finishing. It's just different levels at the moment. I think if you look at his goals he scored this season and the types of finishes that he has had, this guy is one of the natural finishers. You look at Ollie Watkins, other hand. For me, not a natural finisher. He's a striker who gets in great positions as an all-round good game. But when it comes to crisply hitting the ball in the back of net, can't do it. And I think Duran is showing the world what a top finisher he is. And that is hard to find.
Yeah,
you all know
that. He is, yeah.
And he's got the mentality.
I don't know. My issue with this, do you know, when we was linked with him before and it was 40 million, you're paying 40 million for an unknown player. It's like, cool, you can say his profile fits and he's got a good profile. But 40 million is a lot of money for someone that didn't have any history before.
I know, yeah, but the thing is that logic
like scout. You can't say that you scouted this guy and paid 40 million for him. You know, that's the same.
Yeah, but like that one said, it's an investment. It's an investment, isn't it?
Yeah, but an investment. You're not paying the money for the player you're getting. It's not these days.
But the thing is with Chelsea as well. The thing is with Chelsea as well. Like at the time as well, we couldn't just keep doing the spot we were in. We were just coming off poor season. Obviously, Pochettino, I'm pretty sure was still there when we was linked, and it's like we can't take more risks. So at the time, we couldn't take another risk. It was like we need to get back on top. And now, if you're asking now, like say Duran didn't score all of those goals. And we just we were linked with him again. It's like, okay, do you know what? We could take a bit of a risk now because we're in a better spot. We weren't in a better spot before, so it made it a bit more difficult. I don't know. I just think
we tried to get him in January where we had Broja, who, like I keep telling you, he's now got cheese strings for knees. Yeah, that was our striker option. Jackson was at AFCON. We had no striker.
Was he on the West?
Bringing in Duran would have been better than nothing in that January. But everyone kicked it down the road, yeah, because he had no name. Cass is dying already. Cheese string knees now, bro. Yeah. So listen, end of the day, look, I don't know your name, bro. Yeah, but bro, listen, football is all about risk, even with big names. Osimhen is still a risk. We could bring Osimhen and his injury record could get worse, right? We could bring in Osimhen and his finishing might get worse, right? Obviously, you feel a little bit more security when you've got someone, when you bring in someone that you know about. That's what I'm saying to you. Duran wasn't unknown to these scouts. They knew about him for time. The only problem, like you're saying, is the lack of experience, the age. That's where people start looking at it and thinking, oh, do we need to add more of this? But even with the age last season, we created a lot of chances. Yeah, Duran would have bagged a lot of chances that Jackson missed last year, bro. Right? We didn't
wait, done. So okay, so with the Duran guy, because everyone is overhyping. I'm not overhyping. He's a good player and he's good. Like that's what I'm just gonna say. You know what I mean? Because in the football that I've seen over the last couple of years, so when I see the likes of like Beckham that came through the run at Scholes, these are my personal sort of take in it. It's hard to be like the great. I think the last person for me was Neymar. To get, I'm saying that was a great. So he's good. Like Duran is good. He's a top talent investment. So what do you think is the next move? And also sometimes in this day and age as well, I think it's under a good coach. You want a good coach. It doesn't matter where he goes. If a coach is not really feeling it or not getting the best out of him, then there's questions in it. We all know there's a talent because like Man United have shown, you can get talented players, but they don't work under your team or the system or the software. So what do you think Josh Duran's next move will probably be? Is it a Chelsea? Is it a Premier League? Now, if he's got banging goals like this, is it a Real Madrid looking?
Wait, where are your mic at? Where your mic at? Where your mic at?
Who, mine?
Yeah.
My mic is
Yes, yeah. If you don't mind.
It's a good question that you asked. To be honest with you, yeah, like if a big team comes in for him, yeah, and they want to pay the money, we'll say yes, right? Because right now he's not starting ahead of Watkins. Like Watkins is their starter. Unless Watkins goes down injured or like his form's bad, Duran's not going to start. So wherever Duran goes next year, he's guaranteed to start because there's no way he's going to leave to be on the bench again, bro. Yeah. So if Chelsea came in again, he would have to be a starter for us. Yeah.
Do you think Chelsea will go for him then? Do you think Chelsea will go for him?
Apparently, we walked away because of his attitude. Like the checks came, not attitude, sorry. The checks came back and we weren't feeling the background checks. That's where it was.
No,
that's what the main problem was apparently. Yeah, and that came out.
Now his ego is definitely through the roof, like. But that's the thing is, at the time. You got to think at the time, Maresca's trying to get a dressing room on board. He's trying to get something. And this is just my opinion, by the way. And I think it's like any manager. You're trying to get your dressing room. You're trying to get something that succeeds. If you've got someone that's potentially disruptive, that can change your whole flow. Do you know what I mean? After that, you can start handling the egos once you prove that you can win. Does that make sense? So when he comes into that squad, if he did come into the Chelsea squad, if they were to go further forward and win, he'd be like, he knows settle. Like Jackson's that guy at the moment. Sancho's that guy at the moment. You can't just raise your blood pressure and think that you deserve to start all of a sudden, you know. And we've seen that at Chelsea, probably under Graham Potter or whoever else in recent times. So yeah.
Quickly. I'm surprised that Aston Villa beat Bayern Munich because it was everyone's general consensus that Bayern Munich was going to beat Aston Villa.
I said a draw was possible, but I thought in the form that Bayern were in, I think they should have probably done better.
Okay.
Yeah. And gone and got that win.
Did you watch the game? The first half, they were just killing them in possession, and I thought sometimes I was wondering, like, how have they not scored it? Like Martinez saved them at the end, and he saved them in that first half slightly as well. But bro, it's you know when one of them games, it's like, you know, if a team just doesn't score, even though they're all over them possession wise, eventually that other team's probably gonna bite you. That's it for me. That's exactly what happened to Bayern. Like they already got let off with one of the offside goals, and from who was it? Ramsey was just about offside, and then Pau Torres put it back in the net. Ramsey was the one that was offside, but he's the one that set it up.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Kane is just a bottle job, isn't it? Like,
but these are games that I think these are games you can lose. I think in the Champions League you can give them a blight. It doesn't really mean anything. I think you just wasn't good on the day. Because Bayern Munich can still go ahead and potentially still win it, right?
Yeah, of course it can.
Yeah, all right, come.
But like Monts said as well, when was the last time Bayern lost in a group stage game? That was one of their first since how long? Since Sadio Mane punished them years ago.
Yeah.
Do you know what
Wait,
I mean?
is it when we paid them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember. I think he beat them at the. I was at the Allianz as well. I think
Yeah,
it
we
was
beat
at
them
the-
at-
we
killed them.
drew 0-0 at Anfield. We beat them
Yeah.
3-1 at the Allianz.
You killed them. I
And,
remember,
like,
I remember that game. Yeah.
Sonny and Son
No,
played
first half though, they were slapping the pressure on that game.
Oh
That game,
yeah,
first
fresh.
half.
Lewandowski had
First
a couple
half,
Alisson
bro,
came,
it was
I remember.
it was Gnabry. What was it? Gnabry and Coman on the wings. These men were
Yeah.
moving absolutely cracked.
Great,
Like,
yeah.
no, their wing play back then was disgusting.
But they left the man open as well, though. Second half, because I remember second half, Trent was starting to ball out as well, even Salah as well. We just came alive. Even that,
I think they were quite compact. I think their issue was that Liverpool team had killers in like moments in it. Like that Mane goal was just one long ball from Van Dijk. It weren't just a long ball in it. And then obviously I think the Mane header and the Van Dijk scored a corner. Mane scored a header. These goals are moments in it. It weren't like they were decently worked, but they're moments. Game was still very close.
In moments as well that this stream has 900 people in it and 156 likes. Big up Alice, by the way, much appreciated. I've already texted on text as well. But come on, people, as well. If you don't mind, smash the likes. If I get a new subscriber and Monts gets a new subscriber, that means Don will also get a new subscriber. That also means Hooks will get a new subscriber. And when obviously Wilkes and VD decides to run up their channels properly, they also get some new subscribers. So big up if you just come across us, do consider subscribing. I wouldn't just say do subscribe, up to you lot. But do smash the likes.
You're here. I can't lie. I'm a fan now. So when I see stuff that I like, I subscribe. So if you like the channel and you like what's going on, you subscribe. Yeah, that's how YouTube works.
Yeah, man. I'm just trying to be nice today, innit?
Yeah,
Thursday, innit? Because I'm gonna get.
That's being nice to you. He's trying to be humble because you know Man United is playing today, so he's
Yeah, man.
so he has to be cautious.
I ain't been on in a sec, bruv. I've been mad with work. Even now I'm working as we speak and that, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't really got to take on what these guys been saying. You know what I'm saying? I know Monts was the Chelsea Grinch, one of the Chelsea Grinches. You know what I mean? Yeah. I know Cass always saw the vision anyway, bruv, because Cass was saying it as well. He said he believes Chelsea are capable of competing as well. Right? So
whoa.
you know what I'm saying? Monts, yeah. Look at me. You can't even look at me. Look at me when I'm talking to you, brother.
Shut up, man. You have to look up on this pause. Oh, I was about to say something.
You
gotta look up with me on the table, man. That's a bit mad. That's a bit. I can't be saying over just and go. That's crazy. But yeah, no, you man are doing your thing, bro. You man are doing your thing, bro. Someone's
so crazy, bro. If we beat Palace, yeah, we would have been first, bro. It's mad.
You wouldn't have been first. We would have been first.
Give it another. Give it another 10 games, yeah. Give it another 10 games. Like halfway through the season, I'll start picking my allegiances in it. Just saying, please, out of all the evils, please, I don't mind it. Be there, please.
I'm surprised you actually want us to do something, yeah. Because, bro, growing up, it was us and you man that were battling each other, bro.
And Arsenal.
No. I'm talking about Arsenal, like you and Arsenal was in the 90s going into the 2000s. Yeah,
early 2000s. I'm
talking about our era that we remember vividly, bro. It was
I know that. But the thing is, I don't know what it is with Monts here, but for me, I don't have a mad distaste for Chelsea. I never have really. Like I always didn't like Arsenal because obviously that was the growing up phase. I didn't know mad amounts of Chelsea fans. I'll be real. So it was the odd few.
Chelsea aren't even in my top two are United and Arsenal. Chelsea, I wouldn't
When
it comes to my hate meter, my thing with Chelsea is that I used to like the whole European thing.
I respect winners.
Every time we kept drawing Chelsea in the European Cup, I used to love it because like it was always just the madness of a game.
Oh,
now
you
when
and Chelsea,
bro. Now when we play each other, it's just a dead game. Bro. Them games used to be lit, bro. Them Champions League fixtures, but. Obviously, what made me hate Chelsea was Don and Ches and Caicedo and Lavia. So I had to kind of up the hate-o-meter a bit. When these were talking about best squad and that, I was like, yeah, you know what? Now I've got chances to take these. And then, but even so, like our games are still very boring. Like,
nowadays, Freddie.
You still feel you've got better squad? You still feel you've got better squad, Monts?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. But your squad is definitely better than what I gave credit for. But that was before you signed Sancho and a few of those guys, to be fair. That was before your signing.
Don, you need to be careful. I've heard basically CB is on his way to the studio to record a diss track to you and the rest of the Enzo sexuals. Oh, yeah. Did he do one before? Did he do one before? I swear he made a little rap before.
I'm not even an Enzo sexual, bro. I've said already.
Luke Skywell says hit the like.
I'm
Chat.
lagging.
Big up Luke, man.
I'm not even an Enzo sexual, bro. Like for me, in my best midfield, Enzo doesn't get into my best midfield, bro.
He's been playing well lately, though.
He has.
For me, and I don't like him. I don't rate him at all.
Quickly, Hooks. I just want to quickly just say sorry to shut the flow. Arsenal, by the way, I watched that game, played fantastic. Even though it was a shit PSG side, I think it was a very professional win. So I just want to give my credit out to Arsenal there. Like I feel that gives me a reminder of when Liverpool played certain games where just go and get the dub, be professional, and yeah. So Calafori, I'm still mad that we didn't get Calafori. I still think he's sick. I genuinely think he's a good sort of player. But Arsenal, yeah, I can't lie, very professional win. And Saka, captain's armband. It's a bit.
Get your tongue out of it.
But he's not world class. I would say that Saka is not world class. He does still do the same thing that I saw him do the last couple of seasons. But it's not just to take anything away from him. But that Saka world class, I just think this is where I want to see Arteta. Can he develop him into that sort of world class? That's what I want to see. But yeah, Arsenal professional win.
Thank you, brother, man. Thank you.
Hooks exists. Wow, like to get involved now. Yeah.
Thank you, bro. All of you just had so much to say. I thought I would just step back and let you, man, do your thing, bro. But thanks, brother, man. I also agree, Saka's not world class in it. But hopefully after this season, when we win a few trophies, it will change, bro. But we see what I want. And seeing as you took it off topic, I just need to throw something out there, Did you man see the video of Conor McGregor versus Bukayo Saka?
Yeah. When they're like messing around in it.
Yeah. You man saw that. Okay, I'm gonna read a quote. Because I'm onto a certain team now, innit? This is from Conor McGregor himself. My family are Liverpool. I'm a supporter of Liverpool. Don't worry. I see you got man out there trying to injure my players. Don't worry. I'm on you this season. I didn't think Liverpool would snoop that low, but boy,
get a grip, man.
Don't worry.
Get a grip.
Don't worry about it.
You don't see that?
I'm expecting. I think he's gonna play something. Yeah, grip, man.
You man want to take this title race? Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Well, that man said, get a grip, man. Get a grip.
Yeah. So wait. Who you on to Liverpool because of?
He thinks he thinks McGregor out to injure Saka when he limps off every game.
Bro, is that the narrative? Yeah.
Yeah, man. You see them, bro.
When you don't play this,
when the 27th of October.
Yeah.
I be there.
Wait, 24 days.
Yeah, 24 days, boy. Yeah, boy.
Where is it? Anfield.
No, it's the Emirates, bro.
Emirates.
I hate the Emirates, man.
I know you do. It's like the fortress, bro.
Gotta wait for the 20th of October before we do 27th. Yeah, because
what's that? Chelsea versus
Liverpool.
Arsenal.
Liverpool. Chelsea versus Liverpool.
Just move.
Where is that? Anfield.
It's Anfield. It's always that. Yeah, actually, Anfield. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we got Arsenal, the Emirates.
Yeah.
You know what it is though. That game.
We're gonna be a fucking draw as usual, man.
My connection is moving crazy, man.
You're fine.
But we won.
You know what? Yeah, Chelsea versus Liverpool is always a good game, though.
At Stamford Bridge, though. Could you say that?
We won. No, last season we pumped them, but like usually the game's just a shit draw. Like I just can't be. I'd rather genuinely, bro. I'd rather chew rocks. I'd rather chew rocks than fucking watch Chelsea Liverpool, bro.
This year, I can't lie. We can't even use Pochettino tax.
It is a tough watch.
Exactly. You pumped us because of Poch. The past few seasons, it's been nil.
Honestly, fucked us over differently.
The last great game I saw Chelsea lockdown 4-2 when we won the league. That was the best.
Is that Anfield as well? You know, it's not like it's at Stamford Bridge.
Yeah.
In COVID.
Yeah, 4-2. I remember that one.
After that, it's just been draws, and I can't even lie. In them draws, we always have the better chances, bro. Always. That's what I'm saying. Now we've actually got finishes. Yeah,
debatable.
We've actually got finishes. Right, bro. Even at Mudrik's debut, when I was there, bro. That game, we should have beaten you in that game. You lot were bad. I remember Lewis.
Everyone just forgets about the Jackson handball when he tried to do the thriller from
Mudrik versus Milner.
Remember when we had Bruno manage us for like one game, and Kovacic missed from like 3 yards out, bro. Yeah. that game as well.
You know what? We even got unlucky.
I
Remember when
think you look
Tuchel
at
was
your
here?
misses. You don't really look at ours too much. We missed chances.
When
as well
Tuchel
against
was
you.
here, man, we should have fucking beat you in those finals, man. But fucking Mason Mount fucked us over.
Oh, yeah,
Fucked
Tuchel
us
beat
over
you
in
in
both
the
games.
Look at the woulda thing, bro.
Yeah, I
Gerrard
know.
shouldn't have fucking he slipped. Like,
No, but
it happened.
the point is the main reason why we haven't got over the line against Liverpool over the years is because of our finishing. That's been the main reason, because we draw against you guys.
But you act like we don't miss chances. We miss chances against you, man, as well. We are inconsistent in front of goal as well. You just score against blue glasses. I think both sides miss a lot of chances, and that's what it usually comes down to: is who can really put the ball in the back of the net at the end of the game for both teams, not just for Chelsea, for both teams. For both teams.
No, but
because the last time we played,
what I'm saying is you've had better attackers than us over the years, and you still couldn't get over the line against us. My point is we've had shit attackers every time we've played.
Yeah, because our good attackers have still missed sitters in front of goal.
I agree with that, but I'm saying your attack has been better than us when we played you recently. Now it's not. Now it's everyone talks about
everyone talks about the Lukaku VAR goal, which was nasty work in it. Because the rule changed not too long later, but everyone seems to also forget the Matip one that got ruled out. Same shit, same reason, but only the Lukaku one gets spoken about.
It is
I think Chelsea surprised you at Anfield personally. I won't even lie.
Yeah, I hope so. No,
I think that's just what you lot want, innit? Like I think, and I hear it.
That's exactly what I want. That's exactly.
Because your whole flow is choosing which op you wanna bread because you can't do it yourself.
Yeah,
that's your whole flow.
I
don't. That's your whole.
Anyone versus Liverpool, it don't matter as long as it's against Liverpool. I'll support.
Hey, Monts. Are you saying that the United are the fat kid that get pit lost in PE and that?
yeah, bro, doing a little like, go get him, guys, go get him, you guys, go get him. Like he's always cheering on the ops to go to try and get around his name.
That's a
shove him in goal, innit? Whilst everyone else plays.
That's very rude.
That's a rude comparison.
I've heard Cass say it over the last year and a half now. I don't mind if Arsenal win the league. I could do with a Chelsea dub. I don't even mind if like the only reason he didn't say anything about City is because it was a 4-peat. You couldn't afford them doing the 4-peat. Otherwise, he would have been saying it for City as well.
That usually works. That's how you
both agree on. Monts, you know what we can both agree on? We can both agree that our baldies right now are cooking. You know what I'm saying? Our baldies right now.
Yeah, the real balls.
Yeah, but and there's a good reason. And there's a good reason for that.
Our baldies aren't eggheads, bro. You get it?
There's a good reason for that. Yeah. If you look at the circumference of Maresca and Slot's head shape, it's in proportion where. Like Ten Hag's got the idea, and then it dips, and it's like,
there's a dip.
That dip.
Happened, you know what I mean?
You know what they say about pit bulls.
Cranium, so
you know what they say about pit bulls? How the pit bull's skull crashes into their brain and makes them crash out. That's happened with Ten Hag, fam. That dip is touched his brain. It's touched it.
Yeah, so the circumference of Ten Hag's head is the reason why there's something wrong in the brain where he can't get the man management right, which means the players switch off, meaning they don't care about his ideas. So I hear it.
It's crazy though, man. He's got mad headset head, you know.
Hey, Cass, what's that figure?
What are you saying, man? Also, we saying, man. So Porto's beating Man United today. Is that what we're saying?
Oh yeah, it's the
I don't know. You know,
what's that thing that it does? What's that thing that Ten Hag does?
Hey. It's tactic. It's tactic. You know.
I think Manchester United might surprise us tonight, but I definitely think they lose the game.
Surprise! This shouldn't be a surprise. They should be winning.
Yeah,
it's something. There's something similar to Arteta's away form, yeah, but this is the overall form. It's the away. It's the European wins. We got one in the last 8 or 9 overall. It's the nail, bro. You think Omaronion is gonna run past Martinez? It's done. You know what?
Listen, you're gonna see. Yeah, the guy's a mess on the ball, bro. I haven't watched him this season, innit? I haven't watched him. Maybe he's improved a little bit, yeah. But you already know I didn't want him, yeah. But I can't lie. In the box, he's good in the box. That's one thing about him, bro. He's actually good in the box. And he's very
I know people quickly say, "Oh, but look at their mess up against Bodo Glimt and all that stuff." But if you look at their league form and stuff like that, it's quite good. I don't care about that. Have you seen United? Gotta look important. Have you seen United? I don't see any way that United would.
Are you playing Bruno today?
Yeah, hopefully, because he's going to make the team worse.
You're just wants Ten Hag gone. You don't even care.
Well, no. I'm not meant to do. I'm not meant to do nothing. I'm meant to support my. I'm meant to see the long-term vision, hopefully, for my football club. And he's not it. So get out.
What's that going to change? But guys, you've already been there. You've already.
So what's that? All right. So me supporting whether it's Ten Hag or another man. What does that change either? It doesn't. It's just words at the end of the day. That's coming out my mouth.
Yeah, true. It's just words. But the general consensus is, right, okay, my team is playing today. And
get him out. Get him out. We lost already before the game's even begun.
Because you're in a position where you could probably, let's say for argument's sake, you can probably potentially win a trophy, right? So in these type of games, you want to win this type of games.
Trophy, been there, done that. With him, we're not winning no more.
Okay, at least, okay, if you win today, at least you probably can come out and say you've seen some sort of football.
No.
This is your team at the end of the day.
No.
That's crazy. I think that's crazy.
I can't lie. If I was in the same position and I really wanted my manager out,
you've been there
I could clearly see that the manager I currently have is not taking the club in the direction it needs to go, I would want my team to lose. Because if the only way that the board will get rid of my manager is if we crumble,
how do you get managers
then make my club crumble.
Managers then? How do you? Okay, so in this, in my head, is it a thing where I always think, what if in it? The what if is like, what if you actually stay with someone like Ten Hag as well, and let's say the next 2 years he gets you in that sort of right stage and wins you a trophy.
Yeah, but you said if it's been 3 years.
It's not about winning a trophy.
But could you say that then?
All right, you know what? Yeah, I could just rubbish.
Do you want a new manager to come in and win the league in 3 years?
Yeah. It don't take that many summers to go get a good squad if you've got the correct people in and around. It don't take another 600 million to go win a damn fucking league. The whole point is, let me ask a simple question, to anyone, If your manager is in this current situation 3 years in and you're not attracted to the football and all that, would you want him to stay? No. Would you want him to stay at your own club right now as we speak? If you're in a position,
no.
If Liverpool in this position was slot 3 years in and you're seeing not progression of football, and if I said to you, oh, what if he in the next 2-3 years it's going to be good? You're going to have that role. Exactly. So if it's not good, I'm not being funny. Like, no disrespect. If it's not good enough for United, it's not good enough for Liverpool. Not good enough for Chelsea. Not good enough for whoever else.
But Kaz, but you've been in this sort of vicious cycle where you have done that.
So under Glazers, that's the difference. You have to give the new ownership regime, sporting control, however you want to label it, a chance to redeem all of that because it's different. It don't matter what happened before. It's a bit like
different. What in a sense, okay, you kind of know what Ineos is about. So Ineos has backed your former manager. So and then they're approaching to restructure the club, obviously get the academy right as well. You bought that talented academy player from Arsenal as well, right? So you kind of see what the regime's kind of sort of on. So the whole point is the football side of it, right? And that's what you need a manager from. So you already saw that Ineos is trying to give Ten Hag time. You said about the payment, whatever, regardless or not. He came out and did an interview. It seems that he's still here. It seems like they still want to back Erik Ten Hag. So what's the difference if you get another manager? If it's Ruud or Allegri or Thiago Motta, what is the difference under Ineos? Because Ineos will still back the manager.
I don't think it's anything upstairs. I think it's the pitch, and that's the difference. It's what's going on the pitch. You could do whatever you want upstairs. You can go get the best brand deals. You can go sort your academy however you see fit. You can do whatever you want. You go get footballing people. At the end of the day, it's down to that pitch. That's what makes that pitch successful as well, and them keeping their jobs. So on that notice, the question is, what does getting a new manager solve? It solves a lot, mate. That's like the most easiest question to answer ever.
And again, all you need to do is take Chelsea for example, man.
You've been there. You've got Louis van Gaal. You've got Jose Mourinho.
But it's a different ownership, bro.
Like, but even under do we doubt Jose Mourinho?
None of them got back.
Ten Hag isn't even Ineos' manager, bro.
No managers had more money than Ten Hag in 3 years. It's easy to say this, Monts is probably spacing out because of these questions itself. Bro, it's the same questions week in, week out. At the end of the day, he's not good enough. You don't want him to stay. You should say everything you need to know. You don't keep no matter how many times it fails in your company or whatever you got going on. If it don't work, you replace until it gets right. Simple as that. You don't stick with it because it's the sake of who else is it going to be? The question's what ifs. You do it because you have to. That's the whole point. Don't get into business if you're not willing to take risks. You would actually, how about this? You will never become successful if you don't take risks in life. Never, unless you got daddy's money. There you go.
Are you watching the game today?
Oh yeah. Of course, I have to. This is. See, if I want to lose to get the man out, I have to sit there as punishment and watch it.
Do you know what else is punishment? Seeing this light ratio.
Is it so bad? Is it so bad?
Needs to be better, to be honest. We have a 800 plus and 221 likes. It's just given.
Not even 300 is criminal, you know.
Not
even
double
300.
Double M number 7, the Man U shirt in it. That's what it's given. You know what I'm saying? So, man, them like button. It's not hard. It's not hard.
Yes,
Do it at the start. We ain't gonna remind you. You know what I'm saying? Pay rent, people. Don't be a fraud.
Yeah. But lastly as well, Liverpool, man. Obviously, you've been doing up the glizzy glaze for Graven Birch for I don't know why, but because he wasn't even the best in the middle on the pitch. But you lot keep winning.
Yeah.
Once you lot keep winning.
I literally have to shoot in a second. So can I go first on this one?
Yeah, do your thing, my bro.
Yeah, man. Grav.
Oh, here we go.
No.
It's sometimes it just it just gets me a bit emotional, innit? Like I used to pray for times like this.
What do you mean emotional? What are you doing? CV, bro?
Bro, I used to pray for times like this, innit? You know what I'm saying? With Grav, man, I used to ask, can we get a player that's just good at everything? Like, can we just get one of those? And he was just, when sometimes when people say like, if you look around too much, you might not realize that what you wanted all along was right in front of you. And
this guy wanted Monts and Mendy, but hey, I can't. Sorry,
just
doesn't mean you
I was blind to what was in front of me the whole time, and I just need to know that I need to be grateful. I need to be grateful, and sometimes what you have is right in front of you guys, and don't ever let no one tell you differently. Okay, don't ever let anyone tell you differently that what you have might be right there. Don't always go out searching. Sometimes it might just be there,
Oh my god,
it's powerful. And I'm just really grateful. Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Monts, I have to ask you, what are you grateful about? What did you see over the last couple of games of Ryan Gravenberch that makes you this emotional? Tell me more.
It's
bro, that sounded flamboyant.
It's just it's everything. It's everything, man.
It's everything.
The skill, the way he receives the ball,
I'm clipping
the
this.
shoulders, powerful runner, strength, speed. It's just giving me Abu Diaby vibes. It's giving Abu Diaby vibes. I can't lie.
Relax.
He's
you know what? I hear the comparison slightly though.
Yeah, like stylistically, bro. Stylistically, those are the vibes I'm getting. He just plays the game. He plays the game like there's certain players that we don't have anymore in the game. When players, we don't have a lot of them anymore. They play the game at their tempo, bro. Their tempo, bro.
Pardon?
Like, those are the vibes I'm getting. I don't want to say baby Pogba or anything like that, because for me, Pogba is just on a stratosphere that can't be touched in it. In terms of, we're talking actual like talent, like Pogba's on his stratosphere, especially his passing range, innit? Grav don't have his passing range. But yeah, just and McAllister is just silently going about his business. Silently going about his business very well. And again, we don't have to play brilliant to just be getting jobs done and walking away with clean sheets. And that's all we can do. I agree, we haven't played anyone of a crazy level yet. And I can't wait, because that's going to be after the international break. We still have to get past Crystal Palace. That game is not a guaranteed W. But, you know what I'm saying? I expect to be Crystal Palace. And after that, it's about getting the Ws in the harder games against the Chelseas, against the Arsenals, away from home. We got Madrid around that time. We got Newcastle away from home. All these games are the real test. But, when you have teams that you're just supposed to win and you win them consistently, that's not as easy as it looks to just win games consistently. And that's all we can do, innit? So it's one of them ones.
Yeah.
Anyone got anything to round off about Liverpool or?
Yeah, no. This is why I said this Champions League, it's nice to see Liverpool back in the Champions League. And this is a competition that I do think that we could potentially win. I'm putting myself out there in terms of and I know it's my early days, but I always feel confident with Liverpool in the Champions League, innit? So I think our team and the players that we have and the style of play of football that we play suits the Champions League a bit more. I just don't think in the Premier League, I think it's just so much harder. But I think in the Premier League and the Champions League, I think our football kind of just suits really well as well. So the likes of Robertson, I think yesterday played really well as well. I think a lot of people like Kaz were trying to call him out for like not like just dying out, but I think Robertson, especially because Timothy started.
We still need a left. We still need a left going forward, but he's doing fine. He's playing fine. He's playing fine.
Like FSG, like the reason why I don't think if we win any sort of like major honors, I will always bring it onto FSG for not backing Slot, especially when they said early on that when a new manager comes in, they will back the manager. So because they haven't done that, and I would say that will probably be the reason why, because of course I would like a Martin Zubimendi with a Ryan Gravenberch as well. But at the same time, Liverpool's sick, man. I think Liverpool's going under the radar, and I think it definitely needs his plaudits. I think
honestly, honeymoon will come to an end someday. We'll be there when that comes. By the way, Liverpool fans, respect FSG now. They saved you. You're not buying a 6.
Oh no, we didn't need a 6. We
Zubi
still need a 6. But we need a left back. And we need a right back. We need
Zubi who?
Word.
Exactly. You don't need a 6.
I wanted Edison, to be honest. Because Zubimendi gives me what Ryan Gravenberch kind of has. If you look at the sort of obviously not the same, but they kind of give me similar vibes. I think we
slightly different players. And slightly different players.
I wanted Edison.
I don't like people saying, "Oh, this honeymoon's gonna end." But Liverpool aren't gonna win games forever. We're doing it. No team wins games forever.
I'll be there. I'll be there.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but we lost against Forest and we bounced back. You know, so if anything, honeymoon phases probably ended there.
Yeah, man.
But anyways, Liverpool's sick, and I think no one should doubt. I think
man are saying Kobe Chow Mein you like man are saying mate, like, that's crazy.
You man are taking the piss.
That's mad.
Was it Chow Mein?
That's mad. Mainy's got to do something. He's got to do, because you know what it is? It's mad because he's done nothing wrong this season. He hasn't done much wrong this season, but because his team's so shit, he's in the firing line. No,
yeah, he's just in the fire. Yeah, he's just getting shot.
It's fucked. Football's so
getting
fucked.
shot, man.
Yeah. Just to wrap it up, if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to Hooks. He's not even on 500 subscribers yet. You can see it here. Go subscribe to Hooks. Yeah, man. Can you see that? Yeah. All you lot can see that. So go and subscribe there. The link is, if you're watching this live, you're an Arsenal fan, especially. Just click on the link. It's right there. And he might say some dumb shit as well that we need to keep on record. So that's exactly why you need to subscribe. Wow. Because they can go in the receipts.
If 48 people from this stream, go and subscribe, that's 500 subscribers. 48 of you. How many people are in there right now? Can't even see. But
700 roughly, just under now.
Come on, that's such a small amount. 48 people.
Yeah, it's full time. It's not half time anymore, but it's full time now. So yeah, go and subscribe there. In a bit, anyways, man. If I can find the outro video.